3.5 still hit, so I can't be completely mad with you. But that's nonsense. It's not how it's gonna go. Jeez. Cameras all over the place. Bills moneyline 4K online. Hell yeah, Sammy, let's get it. Let's get it. All right, we're good. We're good. We're on. We're live on everything. We're good. We're back. We're locked in. Love the Cowboys this weekend. Interesting spot, -6. Heard it's high humidity in Miami. Any concern about that? Why would I? What would the concern be? Would the concern be that the players are hot? That it's a humid day? It's a humid football fall day? Come on, P. Just acknowledge. What are we acknowledging? Kicking it. Tigers. Oh, you're upset that I missed the Tigers -1.5. Is that what you want me to admit? That a play missed? Because we're 9-3 in the last 3 days. We're 9-3 in the last 3 days, and you want me to come here? You want like a public confession, like Shannon Sharp style, because a play missed? Is that what you're looking for? Because if that's the case, we could do that. Can I rate your fantasy team? Yeah, it's a C- because you're insecure about it, and you want me to tell you that it's good. Give me the Bills. Give me the Bills. I like the Bills. I like the Bills team total over 23.5. Bills team total over 23.5 is my favorite play that I put out on this one. That's definitely the one. That's where it's at. Like Arizona State plus 7.5 college football tonight. What's my thoughts? I don't like Arizona State today, but also that's not. What line are you looking at? Arizona State plus 7.5 has got to be like -200. The line was at -1.5. JT, what up? Coleman's a huge favorite today to have a game. What do I think? I like Coleman in the spot. I think the over on reception yards is a valid play. I think it's his second game. It's his second game. We don't have a ton of information. He looked good in his first game. It seems like that he's got a good connection with Allen. Definitely, like I don't mind it, but it's definitely the spot. We think the same. Diamond, hell yeah. Yeah, so it's definitely a good spot for him, but we don't want to go crazy on a prop with a guy who's early on. But I do like that. Allen more than 8 rush attempts. I don't like that. I would rather take the Allen over on yards on the rush attempts. Tigers Rocky. How about them Tigers Rocky money on out of the way? Good. That's sick. Insider report: Keon Coleman will score a TD. His family's at the game. They want to see a TD. Okay, so Keon Coleman wants to score a touchdown today, and that's why he's going to do it. He wants to score a touchdown, so he's going to score a touchdown because he wants to. Because I thought normally he doesn't. Listen, I like Coleman. I think there's a good chance of him scoring a tutty. You see the Mets game yesterday? Yeah, we had a player prop parlay of it would which included Francis to not get a win. I'm kidding, Jordan. I'm feeling a little testy today. Feeling a little testy today. We're gonna have some fun. But yeah, I saw them break that up. That was huge. What do you think? Waddle over 4.5 receptions. I would take the Waddle under receiving yards. If I wanted to do something with Waddle props, I would take the under on receiving yards. Allen rushing yards is okay. I would prefer his yards to his attempts. His rushing yards have always been kind of a crapshoot because he can bust one, but then some games he hardly rushes at all. So it's always a little bit of a crapshoot. I don't love that. The play is the Bills team total over 23.5. The Bills team total over 23.5. That's my favorite play today. Mod Mikey in the house. What up? The under on Waddle. Because his health is always a question mark and he takes too many snaps off. And the and obviously I think Tyreek is going to be favored. Like a lot of times when you have a star wide receiver, your number 2 gets more. By the way, I'm not saying like Waddle under is an official play. I'm just saying like that's a lean if you want it, if you're looking at Waddle props. With Tyreek, it doesn't really work that way. Tyreek, it doesn't really work that way, and Waddle hasn't had a ton of success against the Dolphins in the past. Yeah, Bills money line. We love it, John. Teron Johnson is out. Yeah, Teron Johnson's out. Mostert's out. Is Achan out? Out. Tyreek always scored at home. Yeah, Tyreek to score is not like a bad play. It's not a bad play, but I just don't think there's a ton of value in it. Um, that's just my general thought on that play. But yeah, my favorite, and I've said this a few times, but my favorite is definitely the Bills team total over 23.5. Didn't I work for ESPN? Not directly, no. I was never like an ESPN employee. Detroit let us down. They did, but it's early. It's early in a big day. We got college football still up on SoBet. We got more MLB. Well, we hit the Astros. We got our NFL props, and we got our Bills team total over 23.5. So a lot of action left. It made it to the big time, Michael. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Still willing to put my rep on the team total. Absolutely. That's what I said. That's what I meant when I tweeted it. It was not a joke. I didn't get enough likes to have to put like an absolute massive, massive play on it. But yeah, it's got to be Texas State, right? Yeah, we lean Texas State way. Bill's gonna get the dub. Cook rush plus receiver 83.5 thoughts. Austin, I like it. I like it. Um, got to be Texas State. Yeah, yeah. Um, sorry to the Instagram chat. How's everyone doing? Still locked in. I know we were live on there earlier. I'll probably be live for some or all of the game tonight, depending on how it goes, depending on if how my stream is, if people are going to try to spoil the game for me because I can't have that. What's up with Dalton Kincaid? He had a good game. He just didn't get a lot of targets. He was involved a lot in a non-receiving way. Another one telling Pete to stay humble. Don't forget us little guys. Parks, I'm not convinced it's not your burner or your buddy. What about the over Texas State? If you want to play in that game, we see Texas State. What's he on, Steve? Bills team total over 23.5. Yes, Craig. That's my favorite play in the game today is Bills team total over 23.5. All my plays are up on SoBet every single day. If you want all the action, the breakdown, the analysis, all that information, MLB, NFL, college football, we had all three today. We'll have all three, you know, as often as all three play. PD, we're battling Arizona State all day, baby. Number 4 RB going off. All right, do your thing. Primetime unders beware. Well, we have a Bills team total over 23.5. We don't have the full game over. Guardians money line says Jamar. We can look at that one real quick. People looking for some early MLB. Um, Guardians money line is against Pepe. No, I don't like it with Gavin Williams. I'm not saying you have to take the Rays, but I don't like it. Arizona gets spoiled by the Sun Belt. Love you too, SB. Going to be a close game. Teams know each other so well. Yeah, Park, that's what people say, but the Bills smacked them at the beginning of last season. The Bills absolutely ran through them in week 3 of last year. What's up with the Manziel podcast, Matt? You're talking about the one that he did the we like that Geo Bills win. You're talking about the one he did the promo with the Friday Beers guys on? Like the Glory Days? Is that what it's called? Glory Days pod? Murray or Stafford start this week. Who do the Cardinals play and who do the Rams play? Remind me. Rays Guardians under 4.5 first 5. That's an okay play, Lil Jays. Gavin Williams can fall apart, but that's an okay play. I if you want to ride that, I'm not upset. Rams play car. Oh, they're playing straight up. Um, I prefer Stafford. I prefer Stafford. The thing with Murray is like when you have a QB like Murray, it's so dependent on is he going to have a big running day in terms of fantasy points. Is he going to find the end zone on his feet? Then yeah, great play, Tyler. Appreciate the foul. Thanks for the Dolphins pick, Jay. Good luck to you. Good luck to you, bro. Um, Start Zamir, Madison, or Demarcus Robinson. Zamir. 2 attack over 5 rushing. When you have a QB rushing yards and it's between 0 and 10, it's a coin flip. Buffs plus 3. Not really loving it. Teaser over 42, Miami plus 3.5 at minus 110. That's not a good play, Garrett. That's not a good play. You have to get over 42, and if you get Miami plus 3.5, the possibility of a Bills beating them by more than 3 is very, very reasonable. If you wanted to tease the Bills up to where it's the Bills plus 6, and the Bills haven't lost by more than 6 in 2.5 years, that would make sense. But doing it so the Dolphins don't lose by more than 3.5 is that's just not. There's no value in that play. You're not getting anything. Allen 6-0 on Thursday Night Football. Sean McDermott 6-0 on Thursday Night Football. Allen's 11-2 against the Dolphins. Cook over 2.5 receptions. I'd rather take his over on receiving yards or his over on receiving plus rushing or his over on rushing. Of all the Cook overs, that's my least favorite. I'm not saying it's trash. It's just my least favorite. You can get better value on the other arrangements. Who's winning tonight? Bills. Do you think you're biased as a lifetime Bills fan? I am. I recognize that, but I like to put analysis in everything I do. If I just say no, I think the Bills are going to win because I really want them to. The Bills are great. The Dolphins suck. That's not worth it. When it comes to anyone who gives out plays on here, myself included, I always say this. And you know me, I'm always saying get the plays on SoBet, get the plays on SoBet, and you should because I've been dialed in. But I always say this, and let me share this for you guys. if someone can flex all they want, they can talk about their record, they can talk about how much money they won, how much they're up, this, that. But all that matters, I'm gonna share you that so you see what we've been on lately. All that matters is, do you agree with the analysis? When they provide an analysis, does it make sense to you? Do you agree with it? If you agree with the analysis, you should tail the play. If they consistently put out analysis you agree with, and you consistently like what you see when they put out picks and content, then that's someone whose picks you should get, who you should ride with. That's why I share all this, because I believe that I'm going to convince people you should ride with me, because I know what I'm talking about, because you see consistent results. I'm not saying I'm perfect. Nobody is. I'm saying I consistently put out well-researched plays that win at a good rate and make you money. They're profitable rate. If you disagree with the analysis, you should fade them. And if you don't know what they're talking about, then you have to kind of throw away that information. Cook over 19.5 or 7 yards, 2 over 4.5 rush yards. Allen anytime TD. It's just a silly parlay. No, it's bad value. Allen rushing yards is okay. Allen passing yards is better. Common sense, I do live in New York. Bears going to mess everybody's ticket up with a win. Who do the Bears play again? They're like 6-point dogs. It's Bears Texans. Bears could beat the Texans. I don't think it's a great one, but it's not that. Allen never lost on Thursday night. Do you like anyone passing attempts? Tua passing attempts would be okay. Tua passing attempts. They got their running backs are banged up, but they try to give the Bills different looks. So I could see them with a little bit more of a like a balanced attack offensively and him go lower. So there's no one who, anyone who's passing attempts I like. No. If I had to take passing attempts, I would take two. I would rather do Allen yards than attempts for certain. But that's just where I'm at. What's the Bills over TT at? It's a 23.5, Philip. It's a 23.5, and that's what I like. Second favorite play. I got props up. I got college plays up. I got MLB up. If you want all my plays, they're on SoBet. Just shoot me a DM. Shoot me a DM on Instagram, and I'll get you on there. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. I got a discount code for anyone who wants to ride with me. That's what we did yesterday. We started out this last 2 days 8-2. Um, 8-2. We're up on NFL. We're up big on college football. We're up on MLB in August and September. So locked in on all sports right now. Now's the best time to get involved. If you want all the plays every single day, shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'll send you the discount code and you get on right away. Very simple. That's the best value right now. In sports. Period. Just straight up. We have the best community. I'm putting out detailed research plays with like real stats, real analysis behind them across the board. Hawk 2 over 1.5 TDs. I kind of like the Bills 31-20 today, over 9 in the Nats game. Let me check. Let me check on that. See what we think. Over 9 in the Nats game. Parker against McCon. So I don't like Parker. McCon is very bad through a short sample size. My issue is both these teams are pretty weak offensively, but yeah, I lean over. Parker could deliver a decent game against Miami. I might rather take the Nats team total over. Better value than the money line, and Parker could absolutely have a meltdown. I think McConn's more of a fade than Parker, and the Miami bats are so weak. Yeah, so that's probably the better value. If I missed your question about a game, about a prop, about whatever, run it back later. We could talk it through a little bit. And if you just want all my plays, like I said, shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'll send you a discount link to get on SoBet every single day. That's where I post all my plays. I give you plays, I give you props, NFL, college football, MLB. I give you the full analysis, the write up, the unit size, everything you need to tell exactly what I'm doing and to be successful. It's all in there. If you have any questions, DM me, whatever. But yeah, we've been feasting. We've been having a great week. Great week, great month. It's a great life, baby. Bro. Yep. Just found a gem. Talk to me, J Dot. Talk to me. What do you got? Jacobs or Mason? Appreciate it, Frank. No real lean between Jacobs and Mason. Too early to tell on both. Loving the NFL video today till you said Bills Bull, but it's the Fins. Okay, Dom. Okay, we'll talk in a few hours. Jalen Wright. Josh Allen has had two or more passing TD in every single game versus the Dolphins in his career. Damn. That's why I like the Bills team total over 23.5. I like most of Allen's props, most of his overs. I like his passing yards total is my favorite prop. The reason I'm not trying to do all that is because the Bills team total over 23.5 is the best value in all that, right? So if I spread it around between, Allen's total, Coleman's total, Cook's total, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Don't I agree the Bills defense is disgustingly bad? They were very bad in the first half against the Cardinals. It was very bad. That's part of the reason I like the Bills team total over here. But They made strong adjustments. I believe in their pass rush and the adjustments they make at halftime. They dominate the third quarter defensively. They've been one of the best third quarter defenses over the last few years. Do they have a lot of talent on defense? Absolutely not. And it could be a high scoring game. Allen injured his left hand lightly in last game. He had a touchdown drive after that injury. He was cleared. Like it's a left hand is like a little wrapped up. I don't think that's anything significant. Like I said, left hand. Who cares? Left hand ain't not the right. Allen is Gabe Davis list. I think Allen will get by. Shakur's looking nice. Kincaid solid. Great start from Keon Coleman, and then it's Allen. Allen made Gabe Davis. Stephon Diggs was great, but the Bills dominated offensively as soon as they got in Joe Brady, and they stopped using Diggs in the second half of the season. So I'm not saying Diggs wouldn't be nice to have or Diggs is bad by any means, but he's not. They're gonna be fine. Right? Don't ask you about what again, Matthew. Appreciate the follow. Yeah, Finn's online is gonna be weak. Finn's O-line's gonna be. I think the Finns will be a little bit better than they were in week 17 of last year, week 18 of last year. Um, but yeah, Texas State wins by 14. Yeah, Texas State is a good spot tonight. Texas State's a good spot. Listen, we're 10-3, 10-3 in college football so far. 10-3. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that. I'm saying it since day one. Nobody is doing better in college football than us. I said we're going to dominate all September long. I said that again and again and again and again, and it's a fact. And I delivered on it. I said we're going to dominate the end of MLB because we've been locked in all season, and we're doing it. Yeah, no, the lines shift in that direction. Um, that's what we're doing. That's what we continue to do. If you want to get all the action, huge slate coming on Saturday. Dom, I appreciate you. Huge slate coming on Saturday for college football. Probably drops Friday in the SoBet, so get involved now. And if you want, I'll say it one more time. If you want all that action, just shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'll get you on. I'll give you a discount link to get on SoBet, get all my plays. You also get everyone else's plays too. So people that are dialed into small markets in college football. That's one of the biggest thing with college football is that we have small markets. I've made a lot of videos trying to break this down for you guys. But the biggest thing with college football is the lines move drastically. Lines move drastically. There's no greater opportunity for closing line value than in college football. You will see massive shifts. The thing that people don't understand, and people kind of get it, but then mess it up when they talk about public plays and square plays and all that. King, just shoot me a DM on Instagram unless you already did, and I'll get you. Um, or check my links and you get on, King. Um, appreciate it, Ryan. That's the perfect compliment. But the big thing that a lot of people need to understand is Vegas is not predicting outcomes. They are balancing lines. Their business is to get you to bet as much as possible on as many things as possible for as much money as possible. It's not to get everyone on one side, pull the rug out, get you on the other. The reason we have disparities on public side, sharp side, whatever, is because Vegas, when a line gets imbalanced, Vegas tries to push the line the other way just to entice bettors to be on the other line because they ultimately want as even money as possible. Joel, the favorite play tonight is the Bills team total over 23.5. There's going to be a million games where the public wins and the public loses. It all comes out in the wash. That's pretty good, Levi, but it's kind of there's no diversification if you do that. So that's why I like the Bills team total over, and I can leave some of those props alone. But I do have props laid up on SoBet as well. College football props, all that. What if it rains cats and dogs? That's definitely in the Bills' favor. Bills have had a lot of success in bad weather. Ebans, appreciate the follow. A lot of success in bad weather. Allen running, Cook running. They played the Cowboys in December last year in a pouring rain game. It wasn't that cold for December. I was at the game. Maybe it was that cold and I was just hammered. Hard to say. But it poured the whole day. We were out there shirtless. I forgot what I was saying now. And they just fed it to James Cook, and he cooked them. I'm in South Florida. The weather's fine. There we go. We got someone live, boots on the ground, giving us a real report. Oh, you heard this, you heard that. We got a real guy here. We got a real person, a real human being. Don't make me say it. Here's what I'm going to say. I come in here every single day, and I tell you, listen, This is the play. I tell you, listen, you want to ride with me on SoBet, you want to start stacking dubs, get on my SoBet, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I say that every single day. Today's the day you learn. You want to get on SoBet? Get on SoBet. You don't. But today, a lot of you are going to realize why I call myself the sports betting messiah. Why I was called the sports betting messiah even before I started calling myself the sports betting messiah. Dolphins money line's a lock, says someone. It's a lock. Listen, if you say it's a lock every single week and you hit one out of every single three, and then you talk about how the one time you hit it was a lock, congrats. Took both QB over Slugfest. Not bad, not bad. There's a lot of different ways. It's not just about what's the flow of the game, it's understanding the flow of the game, and then how do we capitalize on that the most, right? Right? It's like, okay, will this be a shootout? Will this be a slugout? We know this. The Bills defense, not looking great. Miami defense, historically bad. Allen historically dominated the Dolphins defense. Both teams defenses a little bit banged up early on. 4 days rest, so a really short week for both. What does that mean? It means everything points to a little bit more of a higher offensive output. Even the weather, the teams, the way the teams play against each other, the way these coaches are. McDermott is a really good defensive coach. That is a fact. Okay, he's going to be able to. He knows the Dolphins' offense well. He's going to be able to scheme against them well. McDaniels has tried to do it. He's tried to find ways to go against Allen. People are like, oh, he's going to talk to Jordan Poyer about it. Yeah, he's going to get a couple pieces of insight from Poyer that you could probably get on tape. The way this game looks is this. Either the Bills roll or the Bills' defense is really struggling, and then you have to go back. And Allen has to answer, and Allen has to push it, and the Bills have to go heavy on offense. And guess what? That works out great for the Bills team total over. Doing great, Trump one. Doing great, bro. Fired up for this Bills game. Can't come soon enough. Can't come soon enough. So that is the read. That's why we like to play. That's how we're going to find value in the game. That's how we're going to stack. We like the Bills team total over 23.5. We like the Bills money line. We like Josh Allen over on passing yards. Bills team total over, Mikey. Bills team total over 23.5. That's the best play in the game. There are plays I like. I got props up, like I said. But the Bills team total over 23.5 is the best value play. That's the one. That's where it's all at. Kincaid turnaround. Kincaid didn't have a bad game. He just wasn't heavily involved as a pass receiver. That's so sick, Dixie. Um, so I think it's more a matter of how do they scheme it for Kincaid to get involved. And that's a big question mark. Just bet on Mr. Biscuit get 200 yards. Hell yeah. What are you betting on Airbud props over there? Allen for over 36.5 rushing. Don't mind it. Don't mind it. You have to think about. Here's the thing, though. If you're going to take the Allen over on props, the Cook over on his props, you're going to take the Bills team total over. You're going to take the Bills money line. You're going to take the over in the game. You're not diversified. Everything is on the same thing. So that's where I'd be like, why don't you just do a heavier unit play on the Bills team total over 23.5? If you wanted to go Bills team total over 23.5, Allen over yards, they're very much in line with each other, but it's not bad. Because again, this isn't like a same game parlay. You're not getting correlation and value with the correlation. Hamlin lives for the Thursday night football. That is why he stuck around. Do you have faith in the young phenom strikeout kings coming from minors, pitching for Rangers first time? I think as a rule, yeah. Texas State's good, Garrett. We like Texas State today. That's a good play. That's a lean for certain. Sox Yankees first 5 under. We can look at that. Again, if you want all the plays, we already hit on Astros minus 1.5. Tigers sold, but we hit on Astros minus 1.5. But if you want all the plays, MLB, college football, NFL, etc., just shoot me a DM on Instagram. Shoot me a DM on Instagram, and I'll send through the link. Yeah. Do I have a play in Texas State? I'll give it to you guys. Because I'm a nice guy. I like Texas State money line. I think that's a beautiful value. We got it at minus 120. Hamlin to allow 3 TDs plus 1,500. That's a terrible line. Do I like Notre Dame's play? Bro, what? Do I like the way they've been playing? Is that what you're asking me? Because they just lost as 28-point favorites. They lost on the money line. Give me Texas State fading ref that bet. All right. Looking at this Yankees spot, Criswell, Cortez, and you want the first five under? I don't like that at all. I don't like that play at all. Whoever was asking about that, that's a no from me. That is a strong no from me. Will Achan play? If he doesn't, that's huge. I think it's going to be a game time decision. Let me see if there's more recent numbers. Um, ankle injury, blah 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 blah. Listed as questionable. Questionables usually play. See a clip of him moving well. I think yeah, it's gonna be a game time decision. We'll probably know within an hour and a half. But if he doesn't play, the line's gonna shift toward the Bills. The line will probably shift late toward the Bills. If you look at public money splits, if you look at public money splits, like you look at odds checker or something, what you're gonna see is the Bills have 18% of the money line bets, 18% of the money line bets, but over 53% of the money line cash. That was as of a few hours ago. But yeah, what that means is that the Bills are the sharp side. It means the heavier bets, the syndicates, the big money is on the Bills. If that goes beyond it, which it will, because people will start to tell that big money, you're going to see some reverse line movement. It's going to shift in the Bills' favor. You're going to get less of value on the Bills every minute you wait till game time. And if Achan's ruled out, you're definitely going to miss on that. ASU, not a lock. Don't do that. Bad idea. Frankie Montas over 5.5 Ks. Don't like it. Don't like it. No value. You also have to factor in with MLB teams in September. If they're not going to make the playoffs or they're a super long shot to make the playoffs, the starting pitchers are going to err on the light side in terms of how deep into a game they're going to throw. It's save their arms, don't stretch them, especially deep into a season, especially young guys, especially potential trade guys, especially guys that have a lot of wear and tear on the season. They're not going to go deep into games. It's keep them fresh, keep them healthy, live to throw another year. So if you're looking at pitcher props in September, you have to keep that in mind. If you're looking at pitcher props on teams that are in a tight playoff race, treat them like playoff spots. If it's a very good pitcher, they're probably going to stretch him out a little bit if he's doing well. If it's a not great pitcher, we're going to be quick to the pen, high leverage, just like in the playoffs. Understanding the circumstances, understanding how teams are going to treat it is going to be a major factor in finding out good value. So in October, I usually don't do a lot of pitcher props because of that reason, because of the unpredictability about it. But we still do a lot of money line and run line plays, over unders as well. Unders in the playoffs cook pretty well for MLB. Trent's on Texas State. Should I be scared? No. You guys listen. Trent makes good content. The whole fade god thing is fun when he goes on a bad stretch. But people that are legitimately looking at his bets and saying, hey, he's on this side, I got to fade that as a strategy, as a system. You're flushing money. If it were that easy, everybody would be doing it. You got to go deeper than that. You got to go deeper than that. You have to find a better way. Every single fall, an account pops up and they say, hey, we're fading Trent. That's our system. And they post slips every single day. Guess what? The reason he loses is because he's doing parlays. Of course he's losing. They're plus 1,000 parlays. Of course the surgical six sold. It's plus 1,000. Though I will say I rode two of the sixes last year and one of them hit. So take that for what you will. But I like the Bills money line. I even more so like the Bills team total over 23.5. We have a college football play up on SoBet. We have MLB plays 1-1 today. Missed the Tigers, hit the Astros. Those are both run line plays. Definitely fading Trent tonight. Yeah. Do what you got to do. If you want to fade him, that's fine, but do better analysis. Do better analysis. Bills plus Texas State and both first half unders. Too many legs. Too many legs. What's the point? Bonus stream time today. Yeah, we're streaming a lot. We're locked in. We're dialed, baby. All singles. I don't mind them. I don't mind them. The Bills Dolphins first half under is not great though. I would say not great. I don't love that play. Anything else for MLB JRB? Nothing else on the SoBet site. We hit Astros already. We'll have a fresh slate tomorrow, full slate for MLB plays and props. But all our MLB SoBet plays today have already graded. It was always Tigers minus -0.5 first five, Astros under 4.5 first five, Cardinals under 8. Little Jays. It is great when you can lock in action after the game ends. Usually hits. Usually hits. Ryan, what up? Let's go. Do you like Bama spread versus Wisconsin? I'm gonna have to look at it more. I'm gonna put up my college football slate tomorrow. College football slate drops tomorrow. That's usually when the lines are the best, or on Friday evening. No, I got you, Lil Jays. I'm kidding. Um, 13 to 18, J Chap. Interesting. Interesting. I don't mind that one. But yeah, the college football card will go up Friday evening, and then Saturday I'll probably drop more plays just following live line movement. Lock on Russo over .5 sacks. Tua's a pretty easy sack. That line's not great. Tua doesn't really escape sacks well. Russo's been cooking. Um, I think it's great. I think there might be something on Von over sacks as a result of more attention towards Russo, but we'll see. CFB plays free. Hudson, it's literally if you DM me on Instagram or you want to get anything, it's $10 a month. We're talking it's $10 a month. It's the like best value in all sports. To be honest, we're up over 12 units already on September. So if you had $1 units, you'd have already made the money back and then some. You get college football, you get MLB, you get NFL, you'll get NBA in October. Like it is a very light number. We're building a massive community. The reason I have it at just $10 is so everyone can be a part of it and everyone can profit off it, no matter how small your unit size is. So definitely get involved. I'm obviously trying to. I do charge because I literally work with a team and I have people to pay and everything. This is a full time job, but it is a very light rate. So literally anyone who's riding, it's easily worth it. If you think the plays are good, you think the analysis is good, that's it. Thoughts on Lord Maximus on SoBet? He's usually pretty solid. I like him. Best bet for Thursday night football is the Bills team total over 23.5. But yeah, the college football plays. We're started out the season 9-1 in college football. We're like 12-3, 12-2. Um, yeah, been killing college football. And if you're anyone who just wants the freeze, I do have a Telegram in my links as well, where I drop a free play. Sometimes I'll do a live bet in there, but I drop a free play every day in my Telegram. That's in my links as well. Another round on Yun Six. Vegas won't be able to dodge a sports betting messiah. You better believe it. Do I like Arizona tomorrow? I am not. I've not come to a conclusion on that. I have to do more research on that game before I put out a play, but I'll have one up tomorrow for sure. Texas State money line, yeah, solid, solid. Bills or Dolphins? Bills. Bills, no doubt. Huh, look at that. An issue with my mic stand. This is a trash mic stand. I'm not gonna lie. This mic stand is selling. Yeah, Texas State money line for sure. So yeah, full slates on SoBet. Props I generally like. Props I generally like. I'm not saying take all these, just generally like because there's a level of needing to diversify, right? We have the Bills team total over, and I like the Bills team total over more than I like any of the individual player props for the Bills overs. But if you're talking general leans, if you're talking general leans on the props tonight, I like the over for Coleman receiving. I like the over for Allen passing yards. I like the over for Cook receiving plus rushing. I like the under for Waddle receiving yards. I like the over for Tua pass attempts. And those are just general leans. Those are general leans. Um, People ask about Allen. Um, People ask about Allen. It's the passing yards over is definitely the better prop there. Cook TD. Anytime TDs aren't great. The Allen anytime TD is decent, but again, why not just take the Bills team total over 23.5? It's not about will this play hit. Do we just mute? It's not about will this play hit. It's about is there value on this play? Can we get better value on a different play? Dixie, what up? Sorry, I had to send some of these links there. If you DM me on Instagram, I'll still send you the SoBet discount link. I'm sending a few of these through. Dixie, bro, I don't know if you're trolling or not, but every time, should we collab live? Should we collab live? Bro, what are you? Said Bills team total over 22 and it's 23 and a half. Bills team total over 23 and a half is the best value. Um yeah. All right. Is anyone asking more on specific props and we can get into that? I'm sending a few of these links through for anyone who wants it. This guy lost him money in June. That is correct. If you rode with me on SoBet, you lost money in June. You also made money in April. You made money in May. You made money in August. You made money in July. You made money in September. Thoughts on Coleman? We like Coleman. The over on him is decent today. The over on Coleman's decent today. Um, as I've been saying though, I'm always deferring. I'm always deferring to the Bills team total over 23.5 is better value than any of the individual props. Devin anytime touchdown. He's not even 100% going to play today. I mean, I'm sure it'll get voided if they sit him, but yeah. What's the difference between the two options? SoBet, I see a VIP. It's all the same. So, Chris, SoBet's where I post everything, the main plays every single day, the main slate. You get on, you get access to everyone else's plays, the full feed, everything. The VIP is an option to double down if you want. I add on props, I add on extra plays. I have like you can DM me and ask specific questions. I have live bets in there and everything as well. So it's basically like you just want to take it to another level. You can get on there and double down everything I'm doing. But if you're looking for just like the main plays that I post every day for MLB, NFL, college football, etc., um, that's the $10. Buffalo Bills money line all day. We like it. Just a couple more of these going out. Couple more. Did I say money line? What do I think? Valid. I think it's valid. FanDuel sucks. Well, don't do FanDuel then, Hammerhead. Don't do FanDuel. Everyone who says, "Oh, my book sucks, my book sucks, my book sucks." Well, why are you on one book? Why are you on one book? Why'd you be loyal to them? They're not loyal to you. What you should do is you should use all the books. You should get all the bonuses. You should hedge the bonuses against each other, get the free money, and then every single time you're looking for action, you use a line shopping app like Odds Checker. You see which has the best line. You do that. You should get Jordan. You should still get Rebet. That's in my links or DM me or whatever. You should get Rebet because you can use that anywhere. It's similar to Fliff in that. Whew, Adam, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Anyone who wants to ride with me on SoBet, just shoot me a DM on Instagram or check my links and I'll get you on there. Who's scoring? Allen, Cook, Coleman, Kincaid, everyone on the Bills. All right. We're gonna wrap up soon. I might go live during the game. To sweat it out. Who knows? But if you want all the plays every single day, they're on SoBet. Check my links to get on there. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'll get you on there. Whatever it is. I've got stuff. Everything in my links. I got stuff. It's access. It's tools you can use or groups you can join or whatever. All that stuff is in there. You got questions? Shoot me a DM. Ideally on Instagram because it's easier to respond there and everything else. You got questions? Let me know. Bills team total over 23.5. That's where it's at. Kev, I'm gonna post that on Instagram and Twitter. All right, cheers, gang. Love all.